I've driven it quite a bit with the overdrive unit. I'm gonna do one last run and see if everything works out. And if it is, we'll start taking this thing apart. I've checked everything. I've driven and it's not running hot. It's running, idling, doing very well. So let's fire this thing up and go for another drive. Fires up every time like that. Really like overdrive. I like taking off in low and then shifting to first. Makes it nice. That low first gear for this overdrive is wonderful, and then you just shift the overdrive up to keep it in first and shift it in first, and it feels really, really good. See, like right here, I'm in low on the overdrive, first gear, and then if I just shift this overdrive, I'm at 1,500 RPM. Right there, I'm at 1,000 RPM, and now I'm in high on the overdrive, and on the road, it feels good just to go right on the second. And low third feels good. Low third, you can cruise around here as well. But right now I'm in high and in first. Now take it out from this hill right here. If I go to low and then go to first, that feels pretty good right there. Let this truck pass. But yeah, our tempo's great. Fuel's working, fuel gauge, no leaks. It's idling good. We're about 800 RPM on the idle. Let's go for a little drive. So there's low, first gear low. Overdrive shift. Still in first. Second gear. High. Feels good. That first gear, you still have to kind of come slow down to get to that first gear. But it's much better than it was. All right, so we're in low first. High first. Low second. High second. Low third. And low third's pretty good. I won't even get to high third. Stay on your for it's your more than 16, but it might look like it was so rough in there. I moved it and cleaned it, done all I can do in there. take this thing apart. Back to the shop. Well, Bruce, Overdrive is a success. I love it. Splitting the gears around gives you so many options when you're out on the road. You'll get used to which one gear you need to be in. But like cruising around these back roads, low third is wonderful. High third's a little high for the back roads, where before it was seemed wound up the whole time it was in third. So now it's time to take this thing apart and get it painted and get it all done. I'm fixing to tear this thing apart, and I've driven it quite a bit with the overdrive in it now, and I love the overdrive. The more I drive it around, the more I get used to what gear you can be in. Like when you take off, if you take off in low overdrive and then shift it to high overdrive, it seems like the perfect shift pattern. And then you can go to second and do the same if you want to split it. But third, like riding around in third and in low, is a perfect gear for around here. And then once you get out on Owens Chapel, get going faster, you can just switch it right up into high, and it just runs on. I got it to maybe 50-ish or so, but it's a little tough out here like it is to go fast. So once we get it all buttoned up and together, then I'll see how much faster to go. It did 45 before at 2,000 RPMs, I think it was, and it seemed wound up at the time. But also, I have no windows and no carpet, and everything's rattling, and it's freezing, and all that's happening at once. But anyway, I've made some notes of little things I'm going to do to it as I tear it down. I've got David Tucker coming over. He's going to look at this top, see if there's any more woodwork I need to do before the top goes on, and I think that's it. So I've been talking with DreamWorks about the engine. I've told him all the temps, the head, the block, the in water, out water, all that, and he said all that sounds great. I've retorqued the head. I've run the sealant through the motor. I'm fixing to take that water out of it. Yeah, it does have a little bit of a leak at the back of the motor, but he told me it doesn't have a seal in it. It's just a sling, so it just slings it, a slinger. It just slings it back up in there. So it kind of is what it is on that. But yeah, other than that, it's doing good. I've got little tags all over it for stuff to do, and then the brake stuff. We got to do the brake stuff. The brakes work pretty good, but the angle of all the arms, the levers on the brakes, they'll have to be at the same at 15, and they're not exact. Just over the years, this thing's 100 years old. I guess they've just gotten bent and wore here and there, and there's adjustment to get all that out of there, and it works, like it is right now. But I'd like to replace some of the mechanical pieces in the front and get all that dialed in, like the main bar, the balance bar. The right one is just a little off time from the left one, and it makes me have to adjust it all a little different. So I need to retime that one and possibly do some work on the front ones to make the brakes right on the money. But other than that, it's pretty good. So I'm fixing to take it apart. I'll give you a little walk around of it, and then we'll tear this thing apart. You can see my little tags. I just want to fill that little corner right there. Over there. Just got little tags everywhere, little tag, no antifreeze and clearance this. Really good to be able to drive it and make all these tags. Like right here, I think there's a little crack right there. I'm not sure if that's a weld or a crack, but she's had a rough life, but it's come together pretty good. Yeah, this little spot right here where that fender's not shaped all the way. I'm going to try to dolly that around too. I still got to work on this area right here. I got to dolly that out where that seam is. A little bit of metal work to do. There she is.